Storm Week. This is not a drill 30 million people. 6 days, 2 separate outbreak warnings, and a wildfire emergency already chewing through 2 states as you read this. Somewhere out in Nebraska and Iowa, families are going about their Thursday completely unaware that Sunday night could be one of the most dangerous tornado nights this spring. I pulled up the Storm Prediction Center Outlook first thing this morning, and I'll be honest, the wording stopped me dead in my tracks. Outbreak possible Sunday, outbreak possible Monday. Both phrases sitting right there on the same page, back to back. I genuinely couldn't believe what I was reading. And before any of that severe weather week even gets rolling, there's a wildfire emergency already in full swing across 2 states right now. Today, as we speak, 6 straight days of punishment lined up. Fire today, monster hail Friday, a tornado outbreak Sunday, and a squall line barreling through Monday. Stick with me, especially through the Sunday section. The European model has a timing detail that quietly changes the entire picture. Drop your city and state in the comments below, and I'll come back tonight with a breakdown specific to your area. What's already burning? Red flag warnings across the Dakotas and beyond. Let's start with what's happening on the ground right now, because it's serious and it's already underway. The National Weather Service out of Grand Forks didn't issue a watch. They jumped straight to a full red flag warning. That's not a minor distinction. That upgrade tells you conditions are deteriorating fast. Extreme wildfire danger is in effect across 2 states as of this morning. West Polk, Norman, Clay, Kitson, Roseau. All of northwestern Minnesota is flagged. Grand Forks, Trail, Richland, Barnes, eastern North Dakota. Same warning, same danger. Picture Dale, a wheat farmer outside Grand Forks, heading out to check his fields this morning and walking straight into this. Southwest winds cranking at 25 to 35 mm, gusting to 45, humidity near single digits, and vegetation that's been bone dry all winter long just sitting there, waiting. Any wildfire that sparks under those conditions today will move faster than any crew on Earth can chase it down. The NWS isn't mincing words. No outdoor burning, no welding, no metal grinding. Not today. One single spark is the whole story. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. Vehicles parked on dry grass. Exhaust sparks from equipment. That's how wildfires have started before. And that risk is completely real today. That red flag warning runs for over 30 hours, straight through Friday evening. Let that sink in. And layered right on top of it, a wind advisory covering 9 North Dakota counties until 11 p.m. tonight. Towner, Cavalier, Benson, Ramsey, Eddy, Nelson, Griggs, Steele, and Western Walsh. Sustained winds of 25 to 35 km with gusts hitting 45 across wide open plains where there's nothing, absolutely nothing to slow them down. Same 9 counties, same time window. A blowing dust advisory slashing highway visibility down to a quarter mile. Let me put that in real-world terms for you. A quarter mile of visibility on a straight interstate gives you roughly 10 seconds before you're on top of something. Slow down on any open highway in those counties today. Visibility can vanish without so much as a warning. 3 simultaneous advisories stacked in the same zone on the same day. That is today's North Dakota, and here's the thing, the fire and wind danger doesn't stop at the state line. Not even remotely close. Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, the Oklahoma Panhandle, the Texas Panhandle, Colorado, New Mexico, all flagged. The entire Great Plains corridor is sitting under wind and fire weather advisories today. A powerful Canadian low dropped south and dragged dry air and relentless wind across the whole region all at once. That same Canadian low is going to be the engine driving severe weather all the way through Tuesday. It's not done, not even close. Thursday and Friday, the opening acti, Thursday, May 14th, brings a slight risk, level 2 for Kansas, Oklahoma, and the Texas Panhandle. The main threats are large hail and damaging winds. Tornado risk is genuinely low today, and here's why. A strong capping inversion is holding everything down. Storms have to fight hard to break through that cap, and right now it's doing its job, keeping organized severe storms from firing up broadly across the region. Here's the key number to watch, though. Surface temperatures in the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles are hitting 100-degree today. Amarillo is pushing right up near that mark. That kind of heat eventually cracks the cap open like an egg, and by late afternoon, after 3 p.m. Central, scattered thunderstorms will start firing across the Kansas-Oklahoma corridor. Any storm that gets going today will have damaging winds and large hail on the table with a wide-open atmosphere to work in. Storms should weaken by midnight, though Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and northern Missouri will get some overnight rumbles. Those shouldn't turn severe, but keep your phone charged and your alerts turned on tonight. Just in case. Friday, May 15th, the severe threat shifts meaningfully eastward. Another slight risk, level 2, but centered over a completely different area. Central Kansas, northeast into southeast Nebraska, northern Missouri, southern Iowa. Kansas City up toward Des Moines. Tornado threat Friday remains very low. Large hail and damaging winds are once again the headline story. Texas on Friday could touch 104 degrees, a possible record high near Childress. That's not just uncomfortable, that's genuinely dangerous heat. Omaha could hit 95 degrees Friday, potentially a record for southeastern Nebraska. Champaign, Springfield, Peoria, Decatur in Illinois. You could wake up Friday morning to rain and rumbles before things really get going. By Friday afternoon, storms will explode more aggressively as warm, moist air surges northward. Watch closely if you're in Iowa. Des Moines, Ames, Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, all of you will see storms firing Friday evening. Storm fuel, Friday, what meteorologists call CAPE, could approach an extraordinary 4,500 joules per kilogram near that corridor. That's not a typo, and it's absolutely not something to brush off. Storms that fire Friday have extreme instability to work with. They can go severe fast, very fast. Saturday, the atmosphere starts loading here. Is something the broader forecast community hasn't been saying loudly enough until the past 24 hours. The GFS and the European model still disagree on Sunday storm timing by about 6 to 8 hours. That gap determines whether Sunday's tornadoes happen before or after dark, and that is a critical distinction. A daytime tornado outbreak and a nocturnal tornado outbreak are two completely different animals. One you can see coming, the other one you're sleeping through. I need you to genuinely understand that difference because it changes your entire preparation timeline for Sunday. Saturday, May 16th. A large slight risk stretches from eastern Colorado through Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and Missouri. Des Moines, Omaha, Lincoln, Kansas City, Dodge City, all of you are inside that Saturday risk corridor. The SPC has outlined significant hail and significant damaging winds in Saturday's severe weather package. CAPE values near 5,000 joules per kilogram in southern Nebraska on Saturday. That number is explosive. Full stop. A surface low develops Saturday across the central high plains, and it's going to focus energy right where the worst storms are expected to track. Tornado probability maps are already pinpointing eastern Colorado into Iowa for Saturday. Deep layer wind shear Saturday sitting at 36 knots. That's adequate for supercells. Saturday storms could blow up into a massive convective complex and ride east through the evening hours. And if that complex develops with any kind of organization, it carries damaging winds over a huge swath well into Saturday night. Wisconsin, Illinois, Lower Michigan. You'll see that Saturday complex rolling through after midnight. Now, here's the part nobody is saying loudly enough yet. Saturday overnight storms may not weaken the way we'd hope. If Saturday's complex stays organized through the night, it arrives in the Ohio Valley still packing a serious punch. That means some cities could be waking up to Sunday morning storm damage before Sunday's main event has even fired up. Back-to-back threats in the same 24-hour window. That is the scenario forecasters are quietly, nervously watching right now. Sunday, the word outbreak is on the table. Really hear me on this specific day, because it matters enormously. The Storm Prediction Center officially used the phrase severe weather outbreak possible for Sunday. That language does not appear in an SPC outlook unless they genuinely mean it. This isn't cautious hedging. This is the SPC putting their credibility behind a serious forecast, enhanced risk, level 3, across Nebraska and the Dakotas. Omaha, Lincoln, Norfolk, Sioux Falls. You are in the highest threat orange zone for Sunday. A very large slight risk Sunday stretches from the Great Lakes all the way down to the southern plains. Western Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, all the way up through Minnesota and Wisconsin. All of it is in play. The upper-level trough digs even deeper on Sunday. That's the critical atmospheric shift that sets everything off. Dew points climbing into the 60s across the central U.S. Sunday. Good Lord, that is essentially tropical moisture showing up in the Midwest. The surface low continues cycling across the central high plains Sunday afternoon, right on schedule. GFS ensemble data is showing upper 60s dew points inside a moisture-rich warm sector Sunday. Every ingredient is lining up. If supercells fire Sunday, they carry the full all-hazards threat, including a significant tornado risk. Tornado probabilities for Sunday are now climbing into the 30 to 50% range for that corridor. Southern Minnesota through eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. That is Sunday's tornado watch zone. And it's not small. Think about someone like Carol, a retired nurse living outside Omaha with her sister visiting for the weekend. Her sister looks out the window Saturday morning, sees nothing but blue skies, and has absolutely no frame of reference for what enhanced risk even means you are to come Sunday. Carol needs to sit her sister down and walk through the shelter plan before Sunday afternoon arrives. Not during the warnings. Before. Mobile home residents in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota, please hear this clearly. You need an off-site shelter plan for Sunday. Find a sturdy building or a community shelter right now, today. Not when tornado warnings start dropping Sunday afternoon. Now. Monday. The night. Nobody's talking about enough. Monday has a detail that's barely getting any attention, and it absolutely should be. Both major weather models agree that Monday's squall line could arrive over parts of the Midwest after dark. A nocturnal squall line, 65 mph winds, embedded tornadoes, your family asleep. That is Monday, and here's the jaw dropper. The SPC used outbreak possible language for Monday too. The second time on the same outlook. 2 consecutive days of outbreak language from the Storm Prediction Center. That is genuinely rare. That is not normal. That is pay close attention all week-long territory. Monday brings an enhanced risk, level 3, from southern Kansas northward into Iowa and Nebraska. The slight risk on Monday runs from the upper peninsula of Michigan all the way back down to North Texas. The entire central and eastern United States is sitting inside a severe weather footprint come Monday. Knots. That's adequate for supercells. Saturday storms could blow up into a massive convective complex and ride east through the evening hours. And if that complex develops with any kind of organization, it carries damaging winds over a huge swath well into Saturday night. Wisconsin, Illinois, lower Michigan. You'll see that Saturday complex rolling through after midnight.